you say. The time going in your mind, the power in the words won't go away. Negativity comes your way if you don't think about what you say. Every single time going in your mind, the power in the words won't go away. Positivity come your way if you say love, say strength, speak good words in abundance, say health and happiness. You better mean what you say, so say hope, and say peace, forgiveness, understanding, your strength and loyalty. They're gonna show you the way, but if you don't think about what you say, every single time, going in your mind, the power in the words won't go away. Come your way, if you don't think about what you say, every single time, going in your mind, the power in the words won't go away. Positivity come your way, oh, it comes your way. Come your way, oh. Now I know you and you know me. Keep it real, take it easy. Know what you're trying to prove, who you're trying to treat. Cause friendship and compassion, they can last forever. Yes. If you don't think about what you say, every single time, going in your mind, the power in the words won't go away. Negativity come your way. If you don't think about what you say, every single time, going in your mind, the power in the words won't go away. Come your way.
Morning, guys. Morning. That was The Green from Maui, from Hawaii, a reggae band that I absolutely love, that I get the opportunity to see at a great big concert in July. They're going to be playing at a reggae concert in July in Maui. I'm going to be there for probably a couple of weeks since both my daughters moved there, and that is one of my very, very favorite songs. It's called The Power in the Words. So the title of the song, if you want to look it up, if you want to play it for yourself, Power in the Words, same as the title of this conscious coffee, and the name of the band is The Green. So pretty obvious what I've got on my mind today. It's not the song I woke up with in my head this morning. I woke up and I had a completely different song playing in my head, and I was like, oh, I'm going to play that song. And then by the time I made it down here and was doing other things, then all of a sudden I had a book go through my head, and it was a book all on Mother Teresa. And I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't read that book since I was maybe 22 or something. So I went upstairs and like with my light on my phone, going through a bookshelf with a whole bunch of old books on it. And I'm like, okay, I don't know why God wants me to find this book from Mother Teresa, although it's popped up in my mind a few times in the last month. Probably I just think I need to read it. And I did not highlight a damn thing in there, which really was. Ended up finding other cool stuff and found my quote for today too. So with that, I see that everybody is kind of coming on. Hello, Addison, Amy, Michael, Patrick, good morning. Yeah, everybody's there. A couple extra. Fantastic. Thank you. And thank you everybody for showing up. So power in the words, like The Green says. I could probably just read you the lyrics from The Green, and my message would be completely, would just be good enough, and I could say, okay, that's good. Hey, morning, Crystal. But it's, you know, I was thinking about this again yesterday. There was a lot of stuff that happened, but this is actually a message that kind of I think I touched on it probably last month, but it's definitely just kind of been there, and I've been thinking about it too. You know, it's, we don't really realize what we put out into the world with the things that we say. And our words are a representation of our energy. Our words actually get us, the results that we want or not. So, there's this statement contrary, and quite literally, it is very contrary to what we get told. We hear the statement, "Talk is cheap." It's not so cheap. It's it's so expensive. Talk is expensive. Hey, good morning, Zach. Thank you for joining. Talk is probably one of the most expensive things next to forgiveness that we can possess, and it is all in the words that we choose to put out. It can be something as small as when you answer the phone and somebody says, "Hey, morning, Craig." Something as small as saying, "Oh no, I'm not up to much." So like when you answer the phone, "Hey, how you doing?" "Oh, I'm good, Jennifer. What's up?" "Not much." Not much. What are you saying when you say not much? Or, things like that. It's such a small thing. But when you say something like, "I'm not up to much," and just your common response to a phone call or when you meet somebody or something, what you're actually putting out there is that there's not much going on. You're resonating, your frequency is not much. You're not expecting much, you're not putting out much, you're not giving much, you're not receiving much. You see the whole little gotcha. So, just like if you said, what if you I'm doing better than what could be expected. I'm doing better than what could be expected. What does that say? Better than what could be expected. No matter what the situation is, if you're doing better than what could be expected, that it might appear that that's a good statement, but what are you really saying? Look at the energy behind that right there. So noticing these of little things. So when I was upstairs and got led to my Mother Teresa book this morning, which is not for this at all, it's for me probably to read and get some message out of, since it's been 20 years since I read it. I did find another book, and it's funny, I opened it up and there was this story, and I went, "Oh, all right, it's not a quote today, it's a story." So I'm going to read you a really quick story, and it is all on the power in the words. So, we should not be like the man who joined a monastery in which the monks were allowed to speak only 2 words every 7 years. After the first 7 years had passed, the new initiate met with the abbot and asked him, "Well, what are your 2 words?" "Food's bad," replied the man, who then went back to spend another 7-year period before once again meeting with the superior. "What are your 2 words now?" asked the clergyman. "Bed's hard," responded the man. 7 years later, 21 years after his initial entry into the monastery, the man met with the abbot for the 3rd and final time. "And what are your 2 words at this time?" was he asked. "I quit." "Well, I'm not surprised," answered the disgusted clergy. "All you've done since you got here is complain." If you've only got, just imagine. And here's the question of the day. What are your 2 words for today? If you could only say 2 words for today, what would they be? And feel free to share. I'm always encouraging people to share. Hey, good morning, Cynthia. Thanks for joining. What are your 2 words for today? What are those 2 words that you would want today to represent, that you are carrying in your heart, that you want the energy of today to be? Do you want it to be food's bad, bed's hard, job's shit, I'm sick? Are those the words? What are the words that you'd want? What are your 2 words? That's quite rare. Maybe I should retitle this, "What are your 2 words?" But fuck yes, yes. Thank you, Patrick. Fuck yes. Focusing in on something as small as just what are the two words, what are your responses, what are the things that you're saying consistently to self, but that you're saying out loud to others. Beautiful life. That's beautiful. Yes, yes. I mean, when you say like people putting on here, fuck yes, blessed be, beautiful life. Can you feel like you just you want to smile? I mean, if you go blessed life, beautiful life, blessed life, fuck yes. I mean, I can go fuck yes, beautiful life. That's not you. If you're saying beautiful life and you're like going all down and trodden here, then there's really no beauty. Beautiful life, that statement right there, is more on the lines of no, let's open ourselves up, let's look forward, I just want to smile when I just seeing the words beautiful life makes me want to put more smile on. Changes the energy, the tone. And I was in a good mood when I got up, but just reading Beautiful Life makes it even more so. So pay attention to the words that you're saying, pay attention to the things that you're putting out. You know, it really is that if you're constantly focusing in on negativity in here, then you're probably going to experience negativity out here, but then even more so if you really truly want to make a change in your world. The trick is to come back to what are the words that I'm speaking? What am I actually saying? Am I saying, I give people homework all the time about like beliefs and programs. And one of the things that I give people is a whole journal page to start to work on looking at the common belief structures that they have that might be holding them back, such as money doesn't grow on trees. Life is hard. You have to work hard to get something. No matter what your real true beliefs are, you can change them because that's what they are. They're just a belief, and a belief is nothing more than a common thought. So realize that what it might feel like, oh, well, I just can't change that because that's, it is hard to make money. It's difficult to make money. And I'm picking on money because who doesn't want more money, right? Everybody wants more money. We all want financial abundance. So there is this common belief that it is difficult to make money. It is difficult to achieve abundance. It is difficult to, to just have things come to you. But if you start saying, and not to necessarily pull in the movie The Secret, but they did make this point, and it's a really, really good point. And the point is that one of the statements that they have people that I know the majority of people who watched The Secret eons ago when it came out started running around saying money comes effortless and easily, or easily and effortless, or I can't remember, it was too many years ago. I don't use that statement, but it was money comes effortlessly. It's effortlessly flowing to me. It is easily coming to me. So quite literally, like yesterday, I was sharing a little bit in my journal. I write my journal according to I don't know how, but it just is. I don't know how, but it just is. Whatever my request of the universe is. And when you write things in that way, you're not handcuffing God. You're not trying to control the process. You're opening it up, but at the same time, you are reprogramming yourself to say, I don't need to know the how, because it just is going to come effortlessly. I'm going to get things to manifest, to create the abundance. We'll just click on money again. I'm going to get the cash flow that I want. by being and doing the things that I love, by being me, by doing the things that I love, by just experiencing life. And how we do this is we do it through quite literally just moving forward by step in positivity to the best that we can. Now, there's plenty of times that we have negative stuff and go back, and I'm sure it'll come full circle because that's the whole teaching process. Morning, man. The whole teaching process of repetition, but if we have something negative, we become witness to it and we get to choose again. It is that simple. Something negative happened, there's a reason for it. It's moving us closer to our destination. The more you can buy into that and really truly know that and see it for what it is, because hindsight, if you've moved yourself a year in the future, you would then be able to look back and you go, oh, that had to happen. That had to happen, because if that hadn't happened, this wouldn't have happened, and that wouldn't have happened, and then this doorway wouldn't open. And I wouldn't be sitting where I'm at right now in all of this glory and all of this blessing. So there's some shit that I had to go through. So in the moment of the shit, you get the opportunity to choose differently. In the moment of the shit, you get to actually make the choice to not be overly critical of the crap, but actually find the blessing in the crap. Okay? Because there's always a reason for it, and it is always moving us to our greatest and highest good, unless we get in our own way. We're the only thing that gets in our own way. We're the only thing that moves in and prevents ourselves from receiving the blessings that are sitting there, and they are quite literally right there, right in front of you, sitting there, and going, take me, So really look at the energy that you're putting out, and for today, ask yourself, what are my 2 words? And then throughout the day, ask yourself, am I sticking to my 2 words? Like imagine if you could only say 2 words for 7 years. If you made those 2 words really great words and you just focused in on those great words, what would the next 7 years be like? So now, granted, yay, we did not join a monastery, and we can speak a heck of a lot more than 7 words. Than 2 words in 7 years. So that's a great, wonderful, that's something to celebrate right there. But if you only could speak 2 words today, how much in alignment, how are you sticking to your 2 words? Are you sticking to your 2 words, or are your actions a representation of your 2 words? Are the expressions on your face a representation of your 2 words? Often I see people and I say, are you happy? And they go, yeah, life's great. I'm happy. It's like, try letting your face know. Like, let your face know. Don't just, if you're truly happy, you should be, your energy is going to, you're going to be thinking happy thoughts, and you're going to be feeling happy feelings. And when you're thinking happy thoughts and feeling happy feelings, guess what? The natural response is that your face will be triggered to be happy. I get told all the time that I'm glowy and that I'm this and I'm radiating and all this stuff, and I go, cool, yay, I'm glowing, I'm radiating, like I feel good. And then as soon as my energy like switches, because I go in and out in positive and negative, high and low energies, and the people that are in my inner circle, they might all of a sudden look at me and go, are you feeling okay? Because it happened just yesterday. Addison and I were off getting our hair done. We had girls afternoon pampering and getting our hair done. And after a few hours sitting in the chair and everything and still kind of recovering from this bug, I started to just kind of drop down, and it wasn't even I was thinking negative words, but I was feeling a little bit. And when we came out of the salon, she looked at me and she said, are you feeling okay? I saw your energy kind of shift. And that's exactly what it was. I was not feeling great. And I just stated my truth to her, just like, I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling fine. But her saying that to me brought me into a state of recognition, more presence in myself, that, wow, I'm kind of like, ooh. So I need to I need to step up to the plate. I don't want my energy to drop down too much. Oh, morning, Jason. Morning. Just saw you. I'm too busy blabbing here. Didn't see if there's a few people that popped in. Good morning to anybody that I missed. I'm sorry, the whole thread thing kind of went up on me. So if somebody asks you a question, how are you? Are you feeling okay? Are you mad? These are, is everything okay? Is everything going okay? If you're looking at somebody and they ask you that, and they have this look on their face like, that right there, they're inquiring, and it's more like, think of it like a message from God, saying, hey, you might say that you're feeling good, but are you really? Are you really? Because your face isn't telling. The power in your words, the tone of your words, your tonality, your body language. It's more than your words. Your words speak. They communicate. If we pick up the phone and we're on the phone, what is the tone of our voice? Power in the words is not just, oh, everything's amazing. It's unbelievable. Does that sound unbelievable? Oh, it's unbelievable. Life's unbelievable. I am so fucking happy. That is not so fucking happy. That is not an unbelievable tone. That is not upbeat. That is not, you're not buying your own, like, trying to take control of your words. The word is one thing. The tone is another thing. There's so much that goes into the power of our words. It is our frequency, our vibration is going to come through in lots of different ways. It's not just the words that we choose. It's the tone that we speak them. It's the message that our face is carrying with them. And it is the energy that is coming from our heart that is supporting the whole fucking deal. So realize that where you're at is going to change the tone right here, is going to change the expression right here, and is going to have effect on the words that are coming out of your mouth. So if your words are not resonating with your heart, then it doesn't fucking matter what you say, because the truth is still going to get out. That's why I always say you can't lie to the universe, because the universe knows you at a cellular level. So you cannot lie to the universe. The universe does know you at a cellular level, and so do the people in your life. Anybody who is just a smidgen conscious at all will pick up on your lie, and you're better off in those moments to say, I'm struggling today. I'm really down on energy, but I'm working on connecting and working on appreciation stuff. I'm really working on it and coming back, and quite literally, that's the key right there. If you're drifting down in your energy, bring yourself back to a state of gratitude. Find your blessings, find your appreciations, your gratitudes, whatever word works for you right there. And find that just one or two things that can kind of stir your heart a little bit, and that you can find something positive about. No matter how small it might be, the smallest little bit of light in there is going to help you change the way you're thinking. And once the thoughts start to switch over, then you're going to be able to change the expression on your face, your energy will change, all that kind of stuff. And guess what? When you're speaking powerful words and you're speaking them in truth, your energy is going to be a lot higher, more intense, and because you're not faking it, it's actually coming through, it's real, it's positive, people will be able to feel you, you're going to be radiating, you're going to be, a ball of light, you could say, a positive light in a dark world is what it is normally said out there. And the more positive lights that we can have in our world, or the lighter our world is, the more good stuff, good shit happens. Good shit happens when a lot of lights get turned on, that's for sure. So pay attention to the words that you are speaking. They are your clues. then listen to what the universe is bringing back to you. So the messages that people are saying to you. I noticed how the words I use about myself end up putting myself down a lot of the time without me realizing, even when I'm saying something jokingly. I joke that way. That right there, that's a fantastic point. Thank you, Addison, for sharing that, because in the minutes that I have left, I actually would love to talk about that, because I've just kind of covered the basics of words in general, but even more so, you bring up the point of the things that we say about ourselves. One thing I'll share, since she shared a personal, I'll share a personal, and this is what personal just on kind of like how I deal with things. I used to apologize all the time for myself. I used to apologize all the time for myself. I was sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, if I'm saying I'm sorry, chances are I'm trying to smack you in the head and with a baseball bat, because I'm not really sorry, because I'm just being me. And unless I'm really, you can tell when I'm being really, really sorry. It comes out completely different. The majority of the time, if I say I'm sorry, I'm saying it sarcastically, because I realize that there's manipulation coming from the other side, and that somebody's trying to get me to bend to their will, and that doesn't work so well. I kind of run along the lines of the old Chinese quote of, no matter how hard the wind blows, the mountain cannot bend to it. And I've had to beat that one into my head, because I use the bend for everybody. And I would say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And it's now to the point that when I'm cool with people saying that they're sorry for something, if it's a legitimate sorry. But a few years back, I was dating a man, and oh my goodness, like, I adored him to death, and I've written some incredible articles about the love that he shared. And he definitely touched my life in so many different ways, and so many different spiritual lessons. But the one thing that he always did was he would be doing something, and he would apologize for himself. He would apologize for his humanness. Now granted, if you go and you an accident happens, right? You end up hurting somebody accidentally, or you didn't see them and the door slams, or you knock something out of their hand or something like that. Right? That's an apology. So that is, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you there. I'm sorry, I didn't let me help you. That's not what I'm talking about. Talking about the I'm sorry's of when you're apologizing for just being you. When you're apologizing for stating the truth. When you're apologizing for standing in your power. Because guess what? If you stand in your power and you state your truth and then you say I'm sorry, you just basically shot yourself in the foot, okay? So if you're making your stand and you're standing in your power, you're standing in powerful words, you're stating that truth. If you feel the need to apologize for it afterwards, pretend that you now have a zipper on your mouth and throw the fucking key away, because if you apologize, you're shooting yourself in the foot, and you're not doing it to anybody else, you're doing it to yourself. The apology, the I'm sorry, is hurting self, because chances are that like, why are you saying sorry for saying whatever? And I used to do that all the time. And this guy that I dated, he would constantly say he was sorry for everything underneath the sun. And it was just, he would say something that he liked, and then he'd be like, well, I really want to go to the Mavs game. I'm like, okay, let's go. And then he would be like, I'm sorry, you probably don't want to go. I just said, okay, let's go. That would be great. I really want to go to this restaurant. I'm really craving this. And we'd get there, and then we'd be sitting down, and we'd order, and he'd look at me, and he'd take my hands across the table, and he'd look me in the eyes, and he'd say, I'm so sorry. You probably don't even want to be here. You probably want, you probably wanted Italian. You probably wanted Mediterranean. You didn't want Mexican. And it's like, you stated what you wanted. I'm cool with it. If I wasn't cool with it, I would have let you know. And if I didn't let you know, that's my shit, not anybody else's. So just don't say you're sorry for saying what you want, for saying what you need. Don't say you're sorry. It is what it is. Stand in those things. Like yesterday, we were talking about wants, right? I get everybody with, what do you want? What do you want? Imagine if you've written down the I wants and you put comma, I'm sorry for wanting this. Really? Really? Because here's the thing, there's two things going on. You're shrinking yourself down, you're making yourself small, you're apologizing for your desire, you're shame, you're basically allowing shame and guilt to run your life. You're leaning into victim role. You're having almost the expectation that somebody is, and the fear. It is the fear that you're not going to be accepted for just being yourself. So you're operating out of a state of fear of loss. So you're hoping that by saying I'm sorry, that you'll change the other person's perspective, um, attitude, the way what they do, what they say, how they treat you, because you're afraid, you're scared that you're not going to be received for being you. And if we get too scared about being received for being us, guess what? We're not going to be received, because it doesn't matter what we're saying. The power is not in our words of being received. The power of not being received comes out in our words. The power of not being heard, the power of not being taken seriously, the power of not being loved, the power of not having abundance. I'm going with this. Be cautious when you use the words I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're apologizing for self, apologizing for who you are. Did you really fuck up? Is there really a need for an apology there? Is it that big of a fuck up? Or are you saying I'm sorry because you're fearful of not being received? So, there goes my little rant. Yes, I went off a little bit, but it is the power of the words. So, hold on. Words are one of the most powerful magical tools available. Yes. Yes, yes, fuck yes. Great messages, right? Thank you. Casting. Casting a spell with our words. Yeah, you could say that we really are. I mean, casting a spell with our words, you could say that, because we are constantly putting out what we're receiving, and our words are always saying that. So, the person who says, I'm tired all the time, is probably walking around very exhausted. And also the program, like one of the things, and I don't have too much longer here, but it comes down to, here I am, I'm in my 40s now. And when I turned 30, I remember when I turned 30, I didn't think too much of it. I was like, it was just another year. I'm not a person that gets caught up on age. I don't really give a shit about age. But I remember everybody coming to me and telling me, literally, the message for my 30th birthday was, oh, it's all downhill from here now. Through your 30s, oh man, you're gonna age, you're gonna get gray hair, your body's gonna fall apart, you're gonna have wrinkles, you're not gonna be as energetic, your 20s are gone. Shit happens in your 30s. It's just your start, it's all downward slope now. And I thought, that's just crazy. Like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And here's the thing, I really don't believe that. And I had my 30s were phenomenal. I mean, I had so much transformation and growth, and I feel like I got more useful in my 30s. And I really started loving and living life more, and I was able to embrace my true self more. So to me, my 30s were great, and I got into like my mid 30s, and people were thinking I was in my 20s, and it wasn't. I don't think it's a matter of looks. I think it's a matter So the more your light goes up, the younger you look sometimes. So it's like you can really put that out there. And then as I entered my 40s, I got to, my 40th birthday. And once again, here came the messages. Exact same messages that I got when I was 30. Exact same messages. Oh my gosh, you're in your 40s now. It's all downhill from here. You're going to start getting diseases, and this is going to happen, and you're not going to have energy. And 40s are such drag. It's like, ugh. Right. Whatever. I know that when I turn 50, I'm going to hear this message probably even more so. My goal is for people to, when I turn 50, to come up to me and say, for most people, 50s are like that, but for you, go have fun. You'll probably still act like you're in your 20s and be looking youthful. So I was like, that's really what I hope I get the message of. But if I had bought into those words when I was 30, that my 30s, the messages that I was receiving, if I had allowed myself, and here's the message, what do you believe? Because it's these kinds of messages, disease, looking old, not having energy, not making money, relationship stuff, all this different stuff that we are bombarded with negative messages, and the power, that casting of that spell, and it is the spell part of it. And Michael was talking about it is a curse, and it is the curse of negative words, the curse that so many of us believe. Oh, I'm just getting old. That is one of the worst things that you can buy into. Just like it's hard to make money. Money doesn't grow on trees. Well, we live in a world where money doesn't grow on trees. It's even better. Money truly is a bunch of ones and zeros. And there's all these different ways to make money. There's so many ways to make money. I've got my fingertips in lots of ways. Just like you don't have to say I'm getting old and go, oh, now that I turned whatever the age is, now that I'm this age, it's all downhill. That I'm feeling tired. I've been tired for the last month because I'm in my 40s. No, you're feeling tired for the last month because you've been eating like shit. You haven't been exercising. You haven't been sleeping well. You're stressed out. You're thinking negative thoughts. You're not laughing. You're not treating yourself to anything. You're doing all the things that are taking your energy away instead of causing a high frequency vibration and giving you energy. That's why you feel like shit. It has nothing to do with your age. It has everything to do with your thinking and with the words that you're speaking to yourself and the words that you are allowing to come into your life and affect you. So if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, it doesn't much matter. You can be vibrant, you can be youthful, you can be turned on, pumped up, living a fuck yes life. It is in the powers of the words. It truly, truly is. And you know what? There's going to be another topic on the power of the words because I have all these notes over here and I didn't make it to. So there you have it. What we say affects what we get from others and what others get from us. Just remember that. The power of the words. I'm just looking to see if there's any. Oh, here we go. I knew that there was a quote. This is actually a biblical quote. Matthew chapter 12, verse 34. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. No, leave you guys with that one because I think it sums it up. It sums it up very, very well. What is your heart saying? And how is your mouth translating that? Because they're in alignment. Chances are they're in alignment. It may not be in the words that you're choosing to say, but it might be in the tone. It might be in your facial expressions, in your body language, in the actions, and how you carry yourself. So pay attention to all of those things and really examine what your two words are. And are you living and breathing and sharing the energy of the two words that you want your day to be, that you want your year to be? What are the 2 words for your year? And how can you show up for those 2 words today? With that, I'm going to say I love you. I will catch you at 6 a.m. Thank you so much tomorrow. No, actually, no, it's tomorrow Saturday, right? I'm not going to be here tomorrow. So all right, wow, it's going to be the first day of no conscious coffee in 35, 36 days, something like that. It was 31 days in December plus, no, so 36 days. So, I see some sad faces. It's only 2 days, only 2 days. I will be back Monday morning, um, on the 8th. The 8th. I'll be back Monday morning on the 8th at 6 a.m. And you're more than welcome to get up at 6 a.m. and have coffee and write some conscious stuff down and think about different things. Pop me messages, pop me ideas. I would love to hear that. So please, again, as always, if this touched you in any way, or you know somebody that might want to hear it or should hear it, feel free to tag them, put their name in the quotes there, or share it on your wall. Make it definitely feel free to make comments, even though everything's kind of going bye bye for like this very second. But make comments, share, tag people, help me get the message out, help me feel conscious coffee. And I will catch you guys next Monday, the 8th at 6 a.m. Okay. Love you.